We are glad you are with us today. You are our honored guests. This morning, we are looking forward to honoring you and celebrating you. This is one of my favorite programs of the year. I'm a proud daughter of a Marine Corps veteran, John Perry. And this day just holds a special place in my heart for many reasons. Today, the Whitehurst Student Council will be leading us in the program. These 3rd through 5th grade students have been elected by their peers to serve as their classroom representatives. So this is one of their first opportunities to lead us in a program. So I'd like to introduce them to you today. Brooks Slee, Harper Shad, Walter Carrasco, Tatiana Nashi, Pedro Falco, Cameron Williams, Shiv Yadin, Alex Landa, and Carter Starkweather. Okay, thank you. You may be seated. I would also like to give a special thank you to Mrs. Zerkowski, Mr. Austin, Mr. Rubia, and Ms. Harvey in the tech booth. Thank you so much for your help with preparing us for the program. I'm Christy Lusk. I'm the Whitehurst campus head, and it's an honor and privilege to have all of you with us today. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to our student council representatives who will lead us through the program.
Welcome to the Whitehurst Veterans Day program. We would like to thank the upper school band under the direction of Miss Vance and the Bolles singers under the direction of Miss Mormon for performing for us today. Joining me to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance is 4th grader Dustin Fowler. Dustin is a Cub Scout with Pack 484. After the pledge, please remain standing for the national anthem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave
held annually on November 11th and celebrates the bravery and sacrifice of all United States veterans. This special day honors veterans for their love of our country and willingness to sacrifice and serve for the common good. Today, we will recognize family members of Whitehurst students who have served or are serving the United States of America and our armed forces.
On behalf of everyone at the Bolles School, we give our gratitude to all United States veterans for the sacrifices made to ensure safety and freedom. Thank you, veterans, for being here with us today. We are honored to have you with us and want to thank you for your service to our great country.
It is my pleasure and honor to introduce our Veterans Day speaker, Mr. Brent Johnson, father of Cal and Adelaide Johnson. Mr. Johnson is the president of a local law firm that represents physicians, and he is a full-time instructor with Brooks College of Health at UNF. He served as an officer and attorney in the U.S. Navy JAG Corps. He began his military service working at NAS Jacksonville, and later accepted overseas orders to serve as the staff judge advocate and special assistant U.S. attorney for Naval Base Guam. During his time in the Navy, Mr. Johnson also spent time working at Naval Station Guantanamo Bay, Naval Air Station Atlanta, the USS Truman, the USS Simpson, and at Naval Submarine Base, Kings Bay, Georgia. Mr. Johnson is a member of the Florida Bar, United States Supreme Court Bar, and Bar of the United States Court of Appeals for the Armed Forces. His awards include the Navy and Marine Corps Commendation Medal, the Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medal twice, and the Navy and Marine Corps Overseas Service Ribbon twice. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Brent Johnson.
Thank you, Brooks. Happy Veterans Day. I'm also the proud parent of 3 Bolles Bulldogs, and I'm guessing that you could look at my haircut and tell that I'm a military veteran and not serving on active duty. As many of you know, Bolles has a strong military connection. It was originally established as a military school for boys in 1933. Right across the river, of course, we have Naval Air Station Jacksonville, NAS Jax, where my 4th grader Cal was born. That was originally commissioned in 1940. It's such a rich military tradition here in the area. Of course, we're privileged to have so many veterans, such a big auditorium here with us today, with pictures of so many more veterans. So, for our young Bolles students, I know many of you know what the word veteran means, but some of you don't. And in the spirit of leaving no man behind, which is what the Navy still say, let's define what a veteran is for those who may not know. Put simply, a veteran is an individual that served in the armed forces of their country's military. Interestingly, only 7% of the United States population are veterans. Just 7%. We're pretty rare. We're not quite unicorns, but we're still pretty rare. Now, what is rare is meeting a woman veteran. Among women in America, only 1.5% are veterans. That means in order to meet one woman veteran, you need to meet 69 women. So good news, I know at least 2 women veterans in the audience here today. Crystal Altizer, where are you? Crystal is a retired Marine. And also my wife, Jane Johnson, right over here. Jane was a naval officer, and she's amongst that small cadre. She also outranked me still. From an age standpoint, here's an interesting statistic. About 91% of all veterans, 91% of all veterans are over the age of 55. But let's be honest, when you're a veteran, I'm pretty sure 100% of us look older than kids, right? Perhaps this will make us a little bit younger. Speaking of age, quick question. How many people know the age of the oldest person to serve on active duty? All right, rhetorical question. Are you ready for this? 82 years old. It's true, there's an admiral in the Navy that entered the Naval Academy in 1918 and served continuously on active duty for 65 years until retirement in 1982. 65 years of active duty service. It's amazing, right? So as you can imagine, most military members do not serve for 65 years, thankfully. But no matter when you hang up the uniform, there's a similar feeling at the end. You're glad to be done, but you're forever proud that you served. I've heard one veteran describe his service as the best, worst times of his life, which made me laugh and might make some of you laugh. But that's not quite my perspective. When I look back at my service, 4 things stick out. First, it was an adventure. My family will forever treasure getting the opportunity to live overseas in the fascinating places that we were able to travel to. If you ever talk to a veteran, ask them 2 questions. Where were you stationed and where did you get to go to? You'll be amazed by the stories. Second, when I look back at my service, I think about the people. It's been said that the most powerful weapon in the military's arsenal is its people's commitment to a common cause. We as veterans cherish our service because of the exceptional camaraderie and outstanding people who share our journey. Third, serving proved to be an incredible reminder of just how fortunate we are to live in America. For our family, we got orders to a tiny island 7,000 miles away from home. We had no grandmas or relatives nearby to help with the first baby. There was no Target where we lived, no fancy restaurants, and just for re-emphasis, there was no Target. Being away from America makes you really appreciate America, and especially those that serve every day, so that everyone back home can appreciate America. Finally, our service provides us with a set of core values that are a lifelong compass to guide our actions and help us continue to make a positive impact on the world long after we hung up our uniform. Personally, one of my family's favorite things about Bolles for our kids is its dedication to teaching a set of core values. The kids will know these: excellence, courage, integrity, and compassion. That's my time. I'd like to thank Bolles for continuing this tradition of honoring all of our family's veterans. It's good to see so many fellow veterans in the audience, although these lights are pretty bright, it's hard to see you. And it's great to have such a supportive event. So I wish you all happy Veterans Day. Thank you.
I invite the students at this point to get their flags ready, but to join in singing your grand old flag as they wave them proudly.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson, for your time today. We appreciate you. This year, we have 2 Whitehurst families who have dads who are deployed. Captain Zach Starkweather of the U.S. Army, father of Harper, Hudson, and Harrison. Chief Patrick Allen Fowler, Jr. of the U.S. Navy, father of Dustin Fowler. I would like to invite Harper and Dustin to the podium to share about their father's service.
My dad is an officer in the United States Army. He began his service with entry into the 75th Ranger Regiment. He has held different leadership positions and has been on 6 deployments. Captain Starkweather was commissioned as a 2nd lieutenant in the Army. He completed flight school and learned to operate helicopters. He has served as Flight Company Platoon Leader and Flight Operations Officer in charge. He has earned many awards for his service and leadership, including the Bronze Star, the Joint Service Achievement Medal, Army Achievement Medal, and the National Defense Service Ribbon. Hudson Harrison and I are very proud of him.
chief in the Navy. He has been in the Navy for 18 and a half years and has deployed 7 times. He works on helicopters that search for submarines all over the world. When he's deployed, we get to email each other and he can call when they're in port. Sometimes he gets the call from the ship phone if it is on Christmas or my birthday. I'm excited because this should be his last deployment. He is retiring from the Navy in February 2025.
And now we are excited to let you know that your dads have sent you messages that we're going to share with you today. Let's take a look.
Hey, this is Scott Strucker at Rhino Podcast. I'm currently deployed to Europe in support of Operation Land Resolve. I want to give a heartfelt shout out to my remarkable wife, Ashley, and our 3 amazing children, Harper, Hudson, and Harrison. I miss you all deeply and hope to see you soon. Thank you for your strength and support throughout this rotation. I'm so proud of you all. It's me, we're out in the Red Sea, just doing what we do best, playing with helicopters. Talked to the cruise director yesterday. He said they're going to get ice rink real soon. I love you a lot and I miss you. All right, boys. Go out, boys!
You see we have 2 yellow floral arrangements on this day. We would like to send these with the Fowler family and the Starkweather family today to show our support of your family and wish for their safe return home. Okay. All right, at this point in the program, we are going to recognize each branch of service. So our student council members will be doing that for us. We would ask that when your name is called, if you will stand, and boys and girls, if your family member is standing, if you will please stand with them. At the end of each branch of service recognition, we will give our applause at that time and then move to the next branch. Okay?
Grandfathers of Emily and Emerson Scott, Virgil James Farley, and Parker Scott. Mother of Sachi Word, Michelle Borg. My grandfather, Misael Gonzalez. Mother of Evan Johnson, Jonathan F. Johnson. Mother of A.J. Jones, Rosalind Jones. Thank you for your service.
Veterans of the United States Marine Corps. Father and mother of Abigail Altizer, Ken and Crystal Altizer. Father of Annabella and Colin Denny, Captain Doug Denny. Father of Mary Seraphin, Tom Seraphin. Grandfather of Vivian Walker, Chuck Walker. Thank you for your service.
Veterans of the United States Navy. Grandfather of Harper Shag, Skip Moyer. Father of Dustin Fowler, Patrick Allen Fowler Jr., active duty. Grandfather of William and Theodore Tamblin, Captain Charles Tamblin. Father and mother of Callan Adelaide Johnson, Brent and Jamie Johnson. Grandfather of Hudson Ella Long, John Long. Grandfather of Brendan Coho, Dr. Edward N. Coho. Grandfather of Sullivan Island Cole Owens, Jim Owens. Great-grandfather of Ariel Koskowski, John A. Dormican. Grandfather of Catherine and Ward Foster, Kenneth Allen. Father of Kaylee Leonard, James Leonard. Father of Liam Fitzpatrick, Joe Fitzpatrick, active duty. Bolles Operations Team Member, Thurman Coleman. Bolles Security Officer, R.V. Griffin. Thank you for your service.
Grandfather of Harper Shad, Ike Shad. Father of Hudson Harrison and me, Zach Starkweather, active duty. Grandfather of Luciana Benitez, Hector Benitez. Grandfather of Catherine and Ward Foster, Robert Foster. Uncle of Quinn Norris, Scott Norris. Father of Kinsley and Madison Tully, Captain James Tully, active duty. Grandfather of Paloma Mellon, Andrew Spano. Father and grandfathers of Brooks, London, and Whitman, Sleeve. Brad and Tim Sleeve and Robert Curley. Bolles Operations Team members, Daryl Carter and Henry Daniels. Thank you for your service.
We would like to honor the following veterans who are no longer with us. Samuel Castiglione from the Army, grandfather of Luciana Benitez. Edward Foster from the Navy, great-grandfather of Catherine and Ward Foster. David Norris from the Army, grandfather of Quinn Norris. Michael Bork from the Marine Corps, father of Sachi Ord. John Ross Halford from the Army, great-grandfather of Tommy and Kylie Collins. John A. Dormany from the Navy, great-grandfather of Arya Kaskowski. Arthur Chester Skinner Jr. from the Army, great-grandfather of Charlotte Olivia, Clay, James, and Grady Skinner, Bailey Irick, and David and Haley Redinger. Sergeant Clarence Robert LaBredge from the Army, grandfather of Yusuf Bouziane. Today we honor the memory of these veterans.
At this time, I would like to make sure that we have not missed any veteran in our audience today. You can give me a wave if we have. This is definitely something we want to get right and don't want to miss an opportunity. Okay. All right, we do have students who have brought pictures of veterans who could not be with us today. So if we can let our friends come down who have brought those pictures, you're going to make your way up to the stage with me. Take us a minute to get down here. Come on down. Come up either set of steps. So you have pictures you've brought, and I'm going to come by with the microphone so you can share who your family member is with us. And if you know their branch of service, that would be great if you want to tell us that, okay?
This is my grandpa, Virgil Farling, and this is his father,
Richard Farling. This is my grandma's father, Ivory Butler. Richard Farling served in the United States Army. Ivory Butler served in the United States Navy. And Virgil Farling served in the United States Air Force.
Our great-grandfather Mark Weeks served in the Army 1955 through 1957.
My grandpa served in the Army. My uncle served in the Army.
This is my grandpa, and he's in the Navy.
This is my great-grandfather Umberto, and he served in the Army.
This is John Halford. He served in the Army for 21 years. He was an officer and an engineer.
This is my grandpa on my dad's side of the family, Parker Scott, and he served in the United States Air Force.
This is my grandpa. He served in the Navy.
Okay, one big round of applause for these students who are today. And if you will, just stay where you are to conclude our program. We have Avery Wurzbach and Brooke Lewis, who will be singing God Bless America, accompanied by Mrs. Zerkowski. Before I hand the microphone over to them, I want to say thank you for joining us today. We wish you a happy Veterans Day and hope you have a wonderful weekend. Boys and girls, you can make your way down to join your classes. Thank you so much, Brooke and Avery. And before we all leave today, I did want to give just a special thank you to Miss Jessica Fowler, Ashley Starkweather, and Casey Tolley for their guidance in preparing the program. I appreciate all of you. Okay? Thank you and happy Veterans Day. Enjoy your morning.